Hello guys, Logan here with some 2015 updates about the channel and my content. So once again, there have been very little videos and I apologize for that. While the issue tends to be I try to work hard to make fresh content from scratch, I face a more recent issue, blessing really, in that I have a job. It's not exactly a physically demanding job, but it does drain me mentally, and as a result it makes creating stuff, at least in the scope I want to make things, that much more challenging. So some things are changing, sort of. While I do still plan on making original content, I'll have to settle with regularly making content using existing assets, for example a TF2 animation or Counter-Strike, at least until I have enough of my own assets pre-made that I can rely on for making animations. I realize animations, especially machinimas, are oversaturated with video game related content, which, makes sense, let's be honest here. Especially for a machinima because high quality assets have already been made. Not just models and maps, but characters and the worlds they inhabit as well. So I'm going to try and make more videos using existing stuff with my own spin so I can produce more content in between bigger projects, including eventually 2D animations, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Also, you may or may not have noticed that I put an ad on the video. Yes, I am going against what I originally said and enabled ads. Over these last few months I realized it was unrealistic to wait until my work met my personal quality standards to attempt to make money off of it, especially given the situation I'm in at the moment. While I don't expect this to happen, if I can get to a point where I can support myself with revenue, I'll be able to quit my job and pursue this full time, which means not only more content, but higher quality content. So I think I'll open up a Patreon account as well while I'm at it, and offer rewards like early access to content and even source files of models, textures, and paintings for higher rewards. Like with ads, I wanted to wait until my work was at a certain point, but this is different. I have my own characters and stories that I want to tell. This has been a dream of mine for at least 8 years now, and my concern is that people end up not liking it and being disappointed in their investment in me. So I'm going to be upfront. I want to make animations with these characters and characters like these. Now, if that's not to your personal preference, I understand. I just wanted a bit of a heads up because at some point I will switch gears from SFM Machinima 3D content to 2D animation once I feel my skills in that area are at least adequate. I've been practicing a little and I have a lot to learn, but I think I have what it takes to make 2D animation. In fact, I might post some 2D animation stuff here anyway. But do not expect anything of quality yet. I'll try to make things funny or at least interesting to compensate for a while. And new stuff. Cubey 2 is in development. Very slow development, but development nonetheless. I've gone through a few story rewrites, I can't say that word, and I'm not quite settled on the story yet, at least the latter half, so we'll see how that goes. Also, I want to mention that Cubey 2 will not be entered in the Saxies. The story requires a little bit more elbow room than the 5 minutes allowed for the Saxies, and I don't want a strict deadline either. Speaking of future content, I have a few ideas about specific things I want to make, like random animation ideas and assets for stuff. In fact, recently I've been working on one last Sonic-related map. People seem to really like my Green Hill version 2 map for their animations, and that's great, but I realized it's still missing something. So because you've been so patient and stuck with me for this, here are some exclusive work-in-progress screenshots of Green Hill Zone version 3, which will be for both Gmod and SFM. Like before, these are not intended to be gameplay maps, but unlike before, I want people to be able to traverse most of the map without needing to no-clip, as I saw some videos of some poor people attempting to use the map for some general Gmod gameplay instead of just ragdoll posing and scene creation like it was intended to be used. Most people don't seem to place many props, if any, so I'm going to put a lot more detail into the map to try and increase its visual fidelity. The map is pretty plain, and that was, for the most part, intentional. I wanted higher frame rates for starters, and I wanted people to be able to place their own detail. People didn't really place their own detail. So I'm gonna do it. So long story short, more content, ads will be on my videos. I'm going to be opening Patreon. I'll have a separate video for that once it's all worked out, and some random fun videos as well. So those are all the updates for now, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!